28 years later is presented through Spike's eyes, a boy who lives on an island linked to the mainland through a causeway, a natural barrier that protects the people from the infected. The film starts with him waking up while shots of the island are shown, with people going about their tasks and contributing to the town to collectively survive the apocalyptic setting they are in. Over the years, rules and traditions have developed, one of which is that children are not allowed on the mainland till they turn 15, reaching an appropriate level of maturity and skill to survive the excursion, representing a rite of passage among the people. Spike, due to his circumstances, is being taken beyond the island walls by his father at the age of 12. While packing his bag, there is a moment that highlights his innocence in the form of the action figure. It is the physical manifestation of it, and in him struggling to take it or not relates to him choosing to keep a part of himself with him during the hunt, yet in leaving it at home, chooses to leave childhood behind, while signifying it as a promise to return home at all cost. After breakfast and saying goodbye to his mother, who is suffering from a tumor, he walks through the town with his father, the residents having gathered to wish him good fortune on his maiden hunt. Once across the causeway, he is taken aback by the sheer scale of the mainland.
It's so big. If we get walking, we'll get to a place where you can't see the sea.
Aye. You can walk for days or weeks without seeing the coast.
Having not seen such an expanse before due to being raised on the island, the moment passes and they continue on their way to fulfill their task. In The Force Awakens, 10 minutes are spent in visually presenting what an average day is for Rey, scavenging for parts, cleaning them, trading them, and living off of scraps. Despite her youth, by looking at an older woman, she has a moment of contemplation, wondering if this is her lot in life. Marking another day past, she is waiting, simply counting the days and going through the motions, unwilling to accept something she knows deep down. Grabbing her meal for the day, she sits outside her makeshift home, looking to the sky and wishing to leave the planet in search of greener pastures, highlighted by the rebel helmet she wears after her meal and the ship in the sky. After meeting Finn and the madness to follow, they work together to go off-planet to escape the First Order. While in space, they run into Han Solo, and after a few moments of utter nonsense, they arrive at Takodana, and Rey is left dumbstruck.
I didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy.
While Han and Finn prepare within the Falcon, Rey runs out to admire the area as soon as the ship lands, marinating in the moment, enveloped by the vibrant nature and life she missed out on Jakku, making this moment all the more meaningful to her, where in the desert she was forced to be a scavenger simply existing. Now a path is open, showing her the freedom on offer and the opportunity to live for the first time in her life. The Force Awakens provides the appropriate context necessary for the viewer to appreciate and understand her perspective that much better. While the moment with Spike is similar, the context of what his life was are absent, and so him looking over the mainland lacks narrative and character potency, leaving the potential unfulfilled, missing the appropriate contrast in the home he lived in and the new world he has entered. Having Spike interacting with the people in the island, establishing his daily routine, and making clear his desires would go a long way into emphasizing the difference between the safety of his home and the ruthless world on the mainland. The film, despite taking 15 minutes to get to this point, has done little to develop Spike's home, leaving little to think back on and taking away from the relief of returning at the end of the adventure. As a result, when he leaves at the end of the film, there is a lack of information informing the event and leaving the plot point hollow. With Rey, the viewer is shown what Jakku means to her and the routine she has gotten used to, waiting in the hopes of her parents returning to her, and what it means for her to let go of the planet to move on. Despite the rest of the trilogy, this is relatively solid ground to build a character on. Spike, on the other hand, has no foundation. He is a blank slate to be molded into anything based on what the writer wants him to be in each movie to come, as if he is an avatar through which the audience can vicariously enjoy the story through, like Rey by the end of the trilogy.